Hello everyone. It's Mike from Mirami Gaming. I'm back to you guys with, I wouldn't say a full farm guide, but basically the water tutorial. A water tutorial and basic farm setup. So there's many ways to go about getting a farm from each tier of workbench. So, where to begin? I build everything ahead of time just so that you don't have to waste your time watching. But you got manual water options, so here is a water purifier, which, I don't see anyone use. But this is pretty cool. If you need some fresh water from ocean water, you gotta have like a tool of collection, so a bucket or a gallon. You throw it into the tank, and then hopefully I have it on. Alright, so you get the fire going for your water purifier, and then it just boils off all the salt and leaves you with a little bit of water in here. So that's water source 1. Water source 2 can be things such as water catchers. So you'll get like small ones or big ones. The big ones clearly most efficient, but I think the small ones you can slap on your roof. And these put out 12 water. I already have them running to storage barrels and all that daisy chained so that it's all just one system. What I found with water catchers is, since their output is 12, if you put them in a fluid combiner, you'll get more output rather than daisy chaining it where it only has a set output of 12. So you got your water catchers, your boiler. Alright, so you got your water pumps, which tier 2 need to be powered, and they have to be placed in a water source about this high or slightly higher. Yeah, you plug them in, they start pumping the water out for you. These can be placed in rivers so that you can skip the part I'm about to show you, which is this. So if you're using ocean water as your main source, you'll need a purifier. None of it's on right now, but there we go. So you'll run your water pumps into your water purifier. This is where all the bad water goes, and this is where the good water goes. See? So it's filling up nice and good. And again, you won't need this if you build on, let's say, right here, like a river. It provides fresh water for you. Then we have water storage. So it's these little storage barrels. They hold 20,000 milliliters. And you can fill them up however you see fit. Alright, so I'm about to go crazy, I think. I'm going to show you... Hold on, give me a second. I'm thinking. Because I want to show you the efficiency of the fluid combiners versus having a daisy chain, because you don't get as much. Oh, I know exactly how. Alright, so this. Water out should be 12. Oh, I guess because it's not catching any water. Well, each one of these pumps out 12. So if you combine 3 of them into a fluid combiner, your maximum output from this one line will be 36 rather than 12. So, watch. Water 1, water 2, water 3. I'm going to do a little quick rewire. So I want to fill these storage containers up with water that's being pumped from the ocean. So I'm going to take the water better yet, scratch that. I'm gonna move this water into 3 different barrels. And to do so, you'll need your fluid splitter, which is the white one. Oops. And hopefully I don't require a pump. But the water out will go directly into this guy. See, and even this has an output of 12. So if you want higher outputs of water, it's better to have several lines. So I'm going to take the water out into the water in of all 3 of these. Perfect. Water out. And it's split evenly between its the water output. So this is 12. So it's going to split all 3 into 4, 4, 4. So each barrel gets 4 water intake, albeit very slowly. Oh, these pumps. These actually might require pumps. Okay, so as I feared, these would require pumps. So anytime you go, water in Rust works with gravity. So connections that you have to run the water up pipe, you'll need a pump for it. But because I'm feeling lazy, I'm going to run the water out directly to this instead. Should fill on its own. Alright, so when you run anything directly from a pump source, you normally don't need a pump. Let me rephrase that. When you run something from a purifier source and or a water pump, you won't need a pump switch. So this goes directly in. Now I'm going to show you what a pump switch is. Fluid switch and pump. This is the thing I'm going to need to get my power, or to get the water going if it's elevated. Alright, so these are all connected. I'll take the water out, which is 24. And you see how it's going to go upward? Run it to my water in. Alright, so you see how nothing happens? My pump has no power. So water isn't going up. Now, let me bust out the wire tool. Pump power. Now, since it's going uphill, going upwards, the water wouldn't run. But with this pump and the power, ta-da, basically pulls it upwards. So ideally, when you build your farm, maybe have a water source up above, but that's completely optional. Again, there's so many workarounds and ways you can set up the water that I'm sure I've missed a couple, or I don't have the most efficient system. Again, feel free to leave a comment how I can improve, or you know, what I'm missing, or what you like to do instead. It's very basic little setup. I probably created more questions than answers, but again, just if you got any questions, leave them down in the comments. I'll be sure to get back to you. There's your water sources, your pumps. Water works with gravity, so it's easier to make the water go down than pumping it up. And that's a very basic water setup. There's many configurations you can go with, but I figured I'd just show you the initial setups for most of these and how each object works. Let's do that again just to show you. I love when the pumps go. It's one of my favorite things. Here, let me craft a miner's hat. A mining helmet. It's not very bright, but it's one I got. And that's it. And then this. So remember how I dumped started boiling? So I got 500 milliliters of water from that. Yes, it's painful. Painfully slow, but if it's what you got, it's what you got, you know. One thing I like about Rust is there's millions of ways to play it, you know. It's not always shoot people, get loot, blah, blah, blah. I'd give it to YouTube Rust players for creating this kind of environment, but figured I'd show you the survival aspects of Rust rather than the PvP Chad stuff. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I can think of. Again, just leave a comment if you have any questions. You know, call me a dummy. Let me know what's up, how I can improve. And other than that, you guys take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Where's my victory?